I never know how to start these things. I feel so awkward, like, hi guys, hi, hello. But yeah. What's up? I look dishevelled today. What is that? What is that? What is that? Look a wee bit dishevelled today because got back in from uni and just wanted a wee chill day. So, no dressing up. No thanks. Right now, it's the end of January. It's January the 30th. I thought, why not do a wee January favourites type video thing? This is just going to be a list of my favourite things that happened this month and stuff that occurred this month. So, let's just go. The first thing I've got written down on my little list is my favourite song of this month. Now that would have to be The New Insane by Counterfeit. Don't want to get copyrighted, demonetised though, so I'm not going to play it because I don't want that to happen. I just went to see them actually, there's a video, I'll put a link to it somewhere. I went to see them with my pal Lucy in December last year. Great gig. Counterfeit weren't on for very long though, but it was really good fun. But yeah, I've got an Insta story and a gig video that I will link. I don't know, I can link one up here and one down there or put it somewhere. You'll find it. If you want to see it that bad, you'll find it. On my Instagram as well, I have a gig story from the gig, and I also have a favourite tunes playlist. Well, it's not a playlist, it's a story, but I put all of the songs and the link to Spotify on that, so if you fancy having a look at that, my Instagram is down there. Next up is my favourite musical artist of this month in general, rather than specific songs, and for this month it's going to have to be Wargasm. I hadn't actually heard of Wargasm until I went to see Counterfeit with my pal Lucy, because Wargasm opened for Counterfeit, and they only have 2 songs on Spotify, but I have listened to them so hard. So hard. They're great. After the Counterfeit gig, if you've watched my Counterfeit video, you'll have seen me and Lucy headed to the Garage nightclub after the gig, and they were actually there. We didn't see them when we were in there, but outside afterwards we went to the chippy next door. The band was there and we were chatting to them again outside the chippy. And I gave Milky 50p for a tampon in the toilets of King Tut's Hart. I gave her 50p, Lucy bought her t-shirt. Support your local artists, fam. Next on my list is my favourite film of the month, and this one's going to be Jumanji: The Next Level. It's the only film I've been to see in the cinema since New Year. Me and my boyfriend Connor, we love Jack Black. Great cast, love it. Jablinski is the funniest guy on the planet, especially when he's acting like a little teenage white girl. Comedy gold! Fun fact as well, Karen Gillan went to the acting college just down the road from us. That's pretty cool. If you ask me, I have friends that now go to that college to do acting. That's pretty cool. Why am I doing TikTok dances? I don't know. Next up is my favourite telly show. The telly show that has won my heart this month. Does it even count as this month? I kind of watched it in December when it first came out, but it is The Witcher. I absolutely loved The Witcher. Me and my boyfriend again, we both absolutely loved the game. I'm planning on buying the books actually, so read them as well. The first episode was a bit, I was like, what is this? But I got used to it, got over it, and it got so good. Second episode in, got so much better. So much better. Moving on to my favourite YouTube video of the month. This didn't come out this month. That's a disclaimer. Not everything in this list is going to have came out this month. It's just something that is new to me this month, if that makes sense. But my favourite YouTube video of this month was one that I stumbled across by Plumbella, and I think it's called My Juiced Mam Plays The Sims 4. I find Jessie so funny and so like relatable, because both of her parents are exactly like mine. We working class heroes. So it's like a match made in heaven, basically. Watching her mum was absolutely hilarious. Even better, that led me on to the one where both her parents play it, and oh, they're hilarious, man. That's literally my family right there, just Northern English instead of Scottish. That also brings me on to my YouTube obsession of the month, which also happens to be Plumbella, because I just stumbled across her channel because of that one video, and I was like, this girl is great. A fellow lefty she is, but I think I found her channel just before Christmas, and then I just watched her non-stop, especially her history of series, because I myself have also played The Sims since The Sims 1. Obviously in the year 2000 I was only 1 year old, but by the time I was old enough to work a computer, my pals had The Sims 2, so I was like, I want The Sims for Christmas, and my parents got me The Sims 1 rather than The Sims 2 because they didn't know what I was talking about. So I've played Sims 1, 2, 3 and 4 all the way through. It's so good to have a channel like Plumbella, who, even though Sims 4 is the most recent game, she still goes back and plays Sims 2 and Sims 1 sometimes, and I really appreciate that because that's like right in the nostalgia feels, man. Especially Sims 1 because I can't get that working on my computer. Plumbella, how did you get that working on your computer, Hem? Because I'm having real struggles. The next favourite of the month is favourite video game, and that would have to be Soviet Jump Game. Ugh. Oh, my back cracked a beauty there. Woo! Right, the Game Grumps. And I was actually one of the beta testers for this game. I'm on the Discord and everything. I've mentioned all that before probably, especially in the Soviet Jump Game video, which I will link somewhere. Battle Royale style game. Been playing it non-stop, I just didn't film much of it, and obviously I was playing it a lot as a beta tester, but I couldn't show any of that because I'd get in trouble, hee. But now the game is free on Steam as an early access game, so go get it. Moving on to my favourite book of this month, and I have it here. I have props. I got props. Favourite book of this month is the Mythology book. It's by DK Publishers and it's not got an actual author, but it's a mythology book. So this counts as revision for uni for me. I'm currently in the Ancient Greece section, which is the first section because it goes through absolutely everything. It literally goes through Ancient Greece, Ancient Rome, Norse mythology, Celtic mythology. It goes through absolutely every single mythology under the sun. And it's really nicely illustrated. I'll find a good page. This page on the Trojan War. It's got nice illustrations in that, and wee text boxes just being like, this character, this person, by the way. And in this little brief section, it gives you the sources. So I could use that for essays and that, and have the actual primary source of the book. That's brilliant to me. And they're each kept nice and concise. One thing I will say about this exact Trojan War page, DK Publishers, if you're listening, there's a typo. The Greek army included the semi-divine warrior Achilles, son of the sea nymph Thetis, and Odysseus, the cunning king of Ithaca. Whoa the boat. That's no right, son. I'm sure his dad's Peleus, didn't make me doubt myself. But then in this little bit down here, it actually says, the warrior Achilles was the son of the sea nymph Thetis and King Peleus of Pythia. Now, saying that he's the king of Pythia is also wrong, but at least it's the right name and it's a step in the right direction. Because Peleus was king of the Myrmidons of Thessaly, was it? Don't quote me on that, but I might be right, I might be wrong. Someone please tell me if I'm right or wrong in the comments, because I don't know, I don't trust myself. Judy Barringer would not be impressed. But yeah, that's my favourite book of this month, and it's taken a long time to get through it, but the stories are good and concise and memorable, and it's got good pictures, and at some points it has nice colourful tables that really describe it easy. It's basically mythology for idiots, and that's perfect for me, because I am the biggest idiot I know. Oh, this one I'm excited for. This one is my favourite purchase of the month, and I have him right here. Can you see him? That's my man, that's my dude. This is my mini replica, I guess you could call it. It's not really a replica, it's like a miniature of the Artemisian bronze or Artemisian statue, whatever you want to call it. Statue of Zeus / Poseidon. It's got many a name, many a name. What's up? Bought him off Etsy from a shop called Greek Sculpture, I think it was. I'll link it down below. And he was 30 quid for this little stone cast dude. And I absolutely love it because I studied this guy in my Greek art and archaeology course last year at uni. I love Greek sculpture, man. I absolutely love Greek sculpture. You're just gonna have to pretend that this guy is over life size, has arms like this, and has legs, and like a torso. He's like a full figure, and his arms are like this. He was pulled out of the sea off Cape Artemisian, hence Artemisian bronze, and he's thought to either be Zeus or Poseidon, but they can't tell exactly who, because he's standing like he's throwing something, and if, say, in his hand was a lightning bolt, it would be Zeus. If it was a trident, it would be Poseidon, but they don't have a lightning bolt or a trident to prove who it is. Therefore, it could be anyone. Could have just been a gadget. But until archaeologists find out exactly who he is, I've just called him Zeus Boss for short. I might just leave him here for the rest of the video as long as I don't hit him, because he is stone cast, so it'll hurt me more than it'll hurt him. Moving on to perhaps my favourite topic. Ha ha ha, my favourite food of this month. Tesco tenner meal deals. Me and my boyfriend have been getting Tesco 10 meal deals a couple of times now. It's basically their Tesco finest range, but you can get a side, a main, a dessert and a 6-pack of glass bottle juice for a tenner. It's sublime. It's actually... We usually get like microwavable mac and cheese, a couple of steaks to fry, cheesecake and some juice. If you're looking for like good food but quick to make and cheap, I got you. Quite ties in with my favourite bar/restaurant of the month. I included this topic because if you can't tell, I like my food and I like my drink even more. It's got to be my local haunt. It's not really local, to be honest, but it's the place I go the most. That would have to be the Brass Monkey on Leith Walk. The Brass Monkey never lets me down. Decent priced drinks, nice cider. I've ate a lot of chips in my life, alright? I've practically been raised on chip and grease. But the chips in that pub, dirty fries, cheese and onion gravy. Gravy made out of onions. I'll give you a minute to process that and think of how good it tastes. It's the best chips I've ever had in my life, bar the ones made by my granny. Is that a wee bit better with the light on? I'll try and block it with my bun best I can. Just thought it was getting a wee bit dark there. It was getting dark outside quite drastic, so. Next up's my strange addiction, and I just realised I want to change it from the one that I've written down. My strange addiction for this month is probably looking at statues on Etsy even though I have no money to buy them. I'm skint. This guy was 30 quid. I don't have that 30 quid anymore. He was one of the cheap ones, to be honest. But yeah, I just sit for hours and I'm scrolling, I send them to my pals. I'm like, this statue looks cool. I studied that one, I want that. That's nice, I like that. And the last thing I want to mention is lessons learned this month. Now, this isn't going to be like, love yourself, blah blah blah. This is going to be something I actually learned at uni the hard way. I'm going to have to read it off paper because I can't remember what I wrote. A lesson I learned this month is that Byzantium, as I've been taught about it, doesn't exist. It's just a modern scholar's word for the Eastern Roman Empire. The people who lived in the Eastern Roman Empire and in Constantinople considered themselves to be Roman, but they didn't call themselves Byzantine, and they didn't call Constantinople Byzantium, they called it Constantinople. So it's just a concept created by modern historians. However, there was actually a place called Byzantion that was a Greek colony, but the people of this colony would have considered themselves to be Greek because they were from somewhere in Greece, I don't know where. But at no point in time does a physical Byzantium or Byzantium people exist, or at least that's what my lecturer told me. Do not attack me if that's wrong. That's what he said. I'm not going to say his name in case you attack him too, and I've taken his information the wrong way. Only got the one lecturer this semester, so he kens who he is. But there you go, that's all my favourites for this month. I'll do another one at the end of February, maybe. If I liked things in February, who knows? Maybe a terrible month, might hate it, might not have a favourite anything. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll leave links down below to social media, places to buy, little Zeus posts, and any videos or channels that I mentioned, like my favourite YouTube video, my favourite YouTuber at the moment, blah blah blah, all that will be down there, or linked somewhere up here, down there, I don't know, I can put things all over the place. But until next time, catch you later, troops.